Welcome to your transfer bonanza. First up, sad news, Ian's dead. Well, he's not dead, he's in Bahrain doing comedy gigs. So if you're in the Bahrain, go and say hello. Let's start with our top story. Diego Godin has been linked to Manchester United. Yep, again. Sport Witness basically pointed out that in Spain they've been linking him with Manchester United, Manchester City and Bayern Munich. In Munich they've been linking him with Bayern Munich, Manchester United and Manchester City. So he's been linked to everybody, including his own club, Atletico Madrid. Now, what do we know? Not a lot. The Telegraph and the Daily Mail are reporting it. He's 28 years old and they say it could happen in January because United won't get Hummels. And for £28 million, which is what he'll cost, they will get Godin. Do we want to spend £28 million on a 28-year-old centre-back? I don't know. We've got the money, I suppose, so he could do it. Is it likely to happen? Probably not. Is there any truth in it? Well, he's been linked to us a lot, but also City and Munich, so probably he just wants out and he's getting his agent to get feelers out there. Maybe. Not that I'm an expert. Next. Ins, players we've been linked to. We'll start with Lucas Silva. He's 21, he's Brazilian, and this is definitely his agent playing games because he's just coming out and going, well, Manchester United are interested. I've spoken to people linked to Manchester United. Now, in theory, I'm linked to Manchester United in that I'm doing this channel about Manchester United, even though it's like unofficial. That is a link. So you could say that I was linked. You're watching it. In theory, you're linked. Now, if we say we are linked to Manchester United, can we negotiate deals? Because if so, I mean, the guys that tried to get Ronaldo back were onto something. No? Yeah, so that's a load of nonsense. Enzo Perez is at Benfica. This is brilliant. They want £24 million for him, and according to the article, he could come in as a replacement for Anderson, which is sort of the same as buying this copy of the Express from October the 15th. It would do as much for our football club as Anderson does now. Nothing. In fact, Anderson is more fun than that. But ultimately, why are we going to buy someone to replace someone who does nothing? So that's probably one for the summer. Keep an eye out. We might get Enzo Perez. He's a central midfielder and he's got bags of potential. Zachary Bakkli plays for PSV. He's a left winger. He's 18 and he is a contract rebel. Hear about them all the time. That means he hasn't signed any extension of his deal despite getting offers. It runs out in the summer. So if we're going to get him, the sensible thing to do is sign him on the 1st of January and get him on a Bosnan so that we get him for free in the summer. So he wouldn't actually come in January, he'd come in the summer. But he would cost us nothing, which would be interesting because he's 18 and he's a winger. And at Old Trafford, we love young wingers with loads of potential, don't we? That's the dream. Daily Sinkgraven would be fun because he's called Daily. We'd have two Dailies, Daily Blind, Daily Sinkgraven. There's some sort of jokes we made, do it yourself. He's at Hernandez, definitely not coming to United despite being linked because his dream, his heart is Ajax. And every time someone speaks to him, he goes, yeah, I'm not really sure about this Manchester United stuff. Ajax, on the other hand, potential. I like the idea of that. I think I'd like to stay in this country and play here. But, you know, going abroad, whatever, that's fine. But Ajax, he definitely wants to go to Ajax. Right, Hernandez. Let's move on to players who might be leaving. His contract with United runs out in the summer, according to reports in Spain, which these are reports in Spain. In England, they're being reported as facts, so keep an eye out for that. Real Madrid won't sign Hernandez on a long-term deal. I suppose that's a good expression for it. Yeah, in Spain they're saying that Carlo Ancelotti doesn't really fancy him long-term, but he's doing all right this year. Hernandez has come out and said, I just want to be loved. He wants to be at a football club where they start him every week and he plays 90 minutes and he's their main man. He doesn't want to be that guy on the bench because he's 26, right? And he is really good at scoring goals. Put him in front of a goal, give him a ball, he's probably going to score. Unfortunately, he keeps playing for clubs where there are better people at that and then he gets sad. And no one wants to see Hernandez sad. He's a nice guy. Someone, Inter Milan probably, or Valencia, Galatasaray. Those are your Hernandez clubs. He's good enough to play there. Other news, we have had two players on trial of our academy that we've signed, Eric Pereira and Roberto Carlos. Here, we're making loads of jokes here. It's Roberto Carlos Alvarado. Got it right? Roberto Carlos Alvarado, two players who could have a huge future at Old Trafford or who could be released in a year. We've no idea. It'll be interesting to see though. Another young player we've been linked to a lot is Odegaard. Everyone's been linked to him. The sporting director of his club, is a guy called Flo, has come out and said, we haven't had a bid from Manchester United, I don't know what you're talking about, but we can't bid for him or do anything because he's only 15 years old and it would be illegal. When he's 16, he can sign for a professional team and sign a proper contract. So until his birthday, which is approaching, we can't do anything anyway. So I don't know why he's come out and said that. And finally, just some other stuff I saw that I thought was funny. Hugo Lloris is apparently coming to Old Trafford if we sell David De Gea, which means we are not signing Hugo Lloris. Two reasons. One, De Gea is never leaving, and even if he does, I'll be in denial. And number two, if we try to buy someone from Spurs, it would cost us all of our monies, and we'd have to buy them on the last day of the window because well, they're Spurs and they're a nightmare. Elsewhere, Wigan apparently will target Ryan Giggs as their manager if they can't have Malky Mackay if he gets in trouble for being a massive, massive bigot, which he obviously will do. Will they get Ryan Giggs? No. Why not? Because he's not a bigot, so he'll have nothing in common with Dave Whelan. Right, let us know what you think. Get in the comments below. Subscribe to Full Time Devils. Subscribe to the channel. I said that. Like the video, and have a great day.
I have come to the South Tottenham area, to Emirates United, to do a little talk about the best ways that you can embrace other teams and become a fan of Arsenal.